Greetings, Ani, Bonjour, Kwekwe, Tanzi. It's Catherine here from Moonstarlodge in Central Ontario with your reading for August 7th to 13th inclusive. It is the fourth quarter of She Who Heals, the grandmother of the 8th moon cycle, and in this week we are absolutely, fourth quarter is about letting go of everything that doesn't serve. And wow, this reading packs a punch. We are using the Divas of Creation, Working with the Energies of the Universe by Scylla Conway. The Multidimensional Divas, the 11 Dimensions of Creation. Oh no, this one is Working with the Energies of the Universe, and this one is Working with the 11 Dimensions of Creation, both by Scylla Conway. The Book of the Dead Oracle by Scylla Conway. The Voices of Souls by Isabel Surf. The brand new Mary Magdalene deck by Megan Watterson goes with the book she published around about 2017. The Marigold Tarot for the Ancestors, because I dare not. And Healing Spirits by Gordon Smith. And finally, the main tarot is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by the lovely Scylla Conway. If ever you want your ass kicked back into spiritual alignment, that's the deck for you. All right, so let's go to the cards, Brian. Just going to power up the wheelchair here for a minute. It's an interesting week because we start with the Nine of Air or Swords, which is a complete place of anxiety, sadness, and just complete despair, almost just a complete meltdown. And it's clarified by the card that represents this. These are the overlighting divas, the multidimensional divas. One is the dark self, one is the light self, and one is the love and compassion that helps one see. You can't see the dark without the light, and this is about having compassion, letting go, coming back into balance. Twos are always about balance, and so in order to get out of this state, we have to come back into balance, and we have to not let fear separate us from Source, because this is the complete separation of Source. If you can't find gratitude for the self, you're out of balance. So this is about recognizing that this is the space we're in the beginning of the week and trying to help us move out of that. So along comes this wonderful, wild King of Fire, or the King of Wands, with everything magical that the king can do in terms of reigniting the passion, the inspiritus, the sense of spirit and the divine essence within that calls us to wild journeys and the creation. So he's here to help pull us out of this place using illumination, but also clarified by the ocean. And this is about being willing to go right down to the depths of what it is and bringing the light to it. So that's how we're going to resolve to be able to see both sides, because we need both sides to be in balance. And you know, when we're looking at the emotional ocean here, we could see the Kraken, we could see a giant squid, and we could see the goddess Tethys or Neptune, or the King of Cups. I mean, there's lots going on here about we have support. It's basically we have support to get us out of this place. And following the king, I think, because there he holds it in his hands, here comes the sun. And feel free to take a moment to do your best George Harrison impression. And it's followed by a card we just had last week, which is about the heart's flame. This is about living from the place of the heart, the awakening the heart. So this is what this flame is that's being brought to us, the light of the universe, remembering we are not separate from Source. Helping us along with her best high heels here is the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Flames. So we've got the power couple here, the Animus and the Anima, and there's that balance. And it's interesting because it's clarified by the Seven of Wands. She's going to help us to defend, and it's the same card that was last week from a different deck. The ancestors are here to help us defend something that we are passionately, because these are Wands cards here, kids, we're passionately working on, and we're in the superior position, and Source is helping us defend where we're going. This card is the Four of Wands, which is the successful celebratory awareness of the journey that was in our cards last week. And it's interesting because this is a public thing. This is a public ceremony, a celebration. Could be a wedding, could be all kinds of elements of community glee. And this is a card of community. It's called Testimony. Love is stronger than death. And this card depicts Mary Magdalene speaking to a tribunal about the fact that her partner, Jesus, did rise. He defied death, but that life and love and heart spring from within. Life comes from within us. We are born with it. It is us. We make the best use of it that we can, and it is for us to be human in the doing and not judge our humanness. The next card is the Two of Pentacles, which is balancing two disparate things. So we're on a journey that's external in the world, but we're also on an internal journey. So we're balancing our personal needs with juggling, really, the needs of the external world. And it's clarified here by a message of guidance. So know that this is a pinky hug here between us and our guides and teachers. Spirit is always there, always there for us. We just have to ask. We have to give Spirit permission. Some forms of guides and teachers, like angels, do not have free will, and the only way that they can step in is with our acknowledgement of them. The final card, by the end of the week, as we get very close to in preparation to this wild micro new moon on the 16th, 2 days after this reading ends, or 3 days, we are preparing in a place of rest. This is the Four of Swords. We've come out of a troubling time with the Three of Swords, if you follow the trajectory. It's also in some decks about working cooperatively and bringing peace to a situation that's unfolding. And so that's what we're doing. We're bringing peace to a situation that's unfolding. And the final card of clarifying this is natural healing power. So being out in nature. So not necessarily sitting on our yoga mat in the house, but taking it outside by the trees with our crystals and being in nature. So to summarize, this is very much an intrinsic or internal rebalancing, as well as an external continuation of something we've been working on for weeks and weeks now. I see it as always not falling into spiritual narcolepsy or the space of just being asleep at the wheel. That would be detrimental to the journey. We need to always be conscious of the creative consciousness around us. You can flip the camera, Byron. So I hope you like this reading, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. That helps us. Subscribe so you get notified, and that again helps us and lets us know that you want us to continue. The astrological readings went up on July 31st, so they are active now on YouTube for all 12 astrological signs. You can send me a coffee because coffee fuels these readings, and we appreciate your support and your comments. Have a wonderful fourth quarter of She Who Heals. Aho.